Hey guys, it's Kelsey, and I am back with number 2 for this little beachy double page that I'm doing. So if you missed this first layout to the left, it was the video right before this one. And now I'm going to make page number 2 to finish out this double. I knew I had these 3 4x6s that were going to cover up basically the whole left side of this page. So I know that's going to be what connects it to the first layout. I'm just going to go ahead and stick together this photo strip and get it glued down. That way I only have pretty much half of this layout to worry about. And I already have my scraps of paper from the first layout to finish out the background. So I'm just going to piece it all together really quick. I'm going to do the same thing I did on the last one. I have the leftovers of the blue sailboat paper, and it's already torn from where I tore on the last one. I'm just going to distress it slightly more so that you can really tell. And then I'm going to finish out the rest of the page with that yellow stripe so that when these pages sit together, they hopefully will just read as one big layout, which I love. I'm going to get this part stuck down. And there's already this one ephemera piece I know I want to use on this page because I used a similar piece on the first layout, and I really want them to read as like sister layouts. So I'm just going to get the background torn down, but I make sure I pulled that piece in so I wouldn't forget, because that's like the integral part of my cluster that will be on this side. So I got that piece glued down. The rest of it's just going to be this yellow stripe. Yeah, I'm gonna get that finished. But yeah, so I like this page because you can see I'll keep moving the first layout back into frame so you can keep seeing how they look together, which I love because you can kind of see where I'm pulling from the first layout to add to this one to make sure it's cohesive. This page actually comes together really fast. I actually slowed down this video a little bit more than mine usually are, just because I didn't want it to be like a 5 to 7 minute process video. I wanted it to be a little bit longer than that. So I kind of have to stretch it out a bit. But this piece I know is going to go here. I know I want just a big fun little cluster coming off of these photos towards the right hand side. I'm just trying to make sure the elements I started on page 1 are continued on this page. So I have a scrap piece of the white that I'm going to have as that horizontal bit that ties in from the first page. That's going to be my kind of anchor for this whole little cluster. And then I just want to make sure I'm pulling in the same types of ephemera, so yellow and navy with little pops of gold and even smaller pops of pink. I really was not planning to pull pink in on this page, but if you saw the first page, the title of our hotel on the building was pink, and I just felt like I had to tie that in a little bit. So I have a couple, what is that, word stickers? I pulled in a couple word stickers, but I don't think I did that yet. I'm trying to see what that was. Oh, that was a yellow word that says sunshine that I popped up on foam because I thought I would use it on the last layout, and I didn't. I'm not using that on this page either. But I'm just trying to find a couple big layering pieces, like cut aparts, that can kind of beef out this little cluster over here. This is where I pull in the scrap of that yellow journaling piece from the first page, and then just another cut apart of that same kind of navy, and I end up layering those together, and it gives me the look that I want. I was trying to find like a larger cut apart piece to be the base, but I really didn't need it once I kind of got these pieces together. I think this right here really balances out the first page, so I like that. Here's that sunshine I thought about using because it's yellow, so it was in the color scheme. But I end up not going in that direction. I do need some pops of gold because I started pulling gold in on the first layout, so I decided to pull in this little gold label piece, just to be a little skinnier horizontal part in the layers, but it brings you that little pop of gold. There's also gold foiling on the words of that skinny vertical die cut, which I really like. And then there's a gold seashell that I'm popping up on some foam because there's an aqua seashell on the first page. So I thought that was another kind of icon that would be balanced along both pages. So I like that. Adds dimension too. Everything's very flat right now because it's all like die cuts and cut aparts and stuff. So it's all paper. here they are together. I think it's looking so cute. I feel like my doubles usually are like this. Like one page is definitely way more interesting, and then the other one's just more photo heavy. So that's kind of this page, but I still want it to match the first page and have some interest on its own. So I'm really trying to make this cluster do that for me. But I feel like just with this one cluster, when you look at these two pages together, it really looks complete. Looking at this page by itself, it might look like it's not enough, but together I think this looks really good. I'm just trying to line up that white scallopy piece from the first layout because I want it to look like it's this big banner that runs across both pages. So I'm just trying to line that up, and then I'll get kind of my cluster kind of stays how it is. I really like how it looks, so I'm just trying to get things glued down. But the biggest thing with doubles for me is making sure everything's lined up, the stuff that's supposed to go on either side. So I'm just trying to make sure as I glue it down, I'm not shifting it too much. But yeah, I like that little pop of gold. That little label's really cute. I love that little skinny piece too. That is just like the perfect thing. It really ties in with that die cut on the left page that has the anchor and the seashell and the sun. I think it just balances this page so perfectly by having one of those on each of these pages, kind of sandwiching all the photos. So this was our hotel. It's where our little motel, really. It's a motel, but it's like right on the beach. You can't see the beach from the windows, but it's like literally like less than a block from the water. And it's called the Magic Beach Motel, I think. I have it in front of me. I should just read it. Magic Beach Motel. I remember the very first time we stayed in this hotel, Becca had picked our hotel, and we drove up at nighttime, and it had like neon signage and it looked very sketchy, and she was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm like gonna get my family killed in this sketchy motel. You guys, this like is the best motel on this island. Like I think this is it's right by Vilano Beach, one of the islands off of St. Augustine. And it is like the cutest little retro motel. They have continental breakfast. It's really close to the beach, and it is so cheap because it doesn't have the beachfront like view, but it's so close to the beach. I just didn't care. But close-ups are here in a minute. I did add Heidi Swap Color Shine, added those Nuvo drops, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.